Alright, I believe we're up. Hey everybody, welcome aboard. Captain Mike here. Today we're going to run a flight from Buffalo to Boston. It's a JetBlue flight. I know they run A320s, but we're going to do it in a 737. They did this ride in an hour and 15 minutes. We'll see just how close we can come to that. I'm in X-Plane 12 today. Put in a few updates that I'm taking a look at. And I think I found the problem from yesterday. Windows changing some settings on me. Don't know why, but anyway, let's see if we can get this flight in here today. Aircraft's cold and dark. I just got in here. Hopefully you can see the paperwork. Since updating Windows 11, I just put all that back together again back there. Hopefully that's set up right and the sounds are right. So we'll find out this ride, I'm sure. Alright, let's go. DC battery selected to that. DC battery switch is on guarded. Standby power is auto guarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Fuel pump switches are off. Wipers are set to park. Hydraulic pumps electric 2 and 1 are off. Landing gear is down. We've got 3 green on the aft overhead. Weather radar is set to test. Master caution reset. And do a fault in-op test. And overheat fire test. Alright, and ground power is not available. Let me grab ground power. Hey Jackson, how's it going? Let me grab ground power. I got to get the Zibo-Mod's electronic flight bag here. I thought I had that all set up. Don't even look like doors are open. Let's get this set up here. You. And what's it got me running here? I shouldn't be running. This aircraft should be shut down. Oh. Aircraft should be shut down. I think that is set now. Are we set right here? I think I have better pushback set up to push us out of here. I hope so. Let me have this back. I'm doing pretty good, Jackson. I hope you're having a good one. Had a nice day yesterday. Family came over. We all watched the Super Bowl. So I got what I wanted. I did not want to see a three-peat there from Mahomes. Not because I have anything against him or the Chiefs. I just didn't like the referee calls on the game before that against, what was that, Buffalo. That late call was just bogus. And he had the first down. So I think they did it because more people would tune in for the Super Bowl to watch Mahomes try and three-peat and those that wanted to see him fall on his back. So I think that was a setup. And I think Buffalo paid the price, which kind of stunk. So I got the outcome I wanted. I had a good night last night. All right, with that said, we should be pretty much cold and dark now, right, except for what we just did. All right, they're shut down now. It didn't mess with my, let me just make sure it didn't mess with the chocks or anything in here. It shouldn't have.
Runway 4236, looks like you might have to contact company.
No, we're good.
Make sure they refiled. I was expecting a new flight plan, but I don't think anything's come through. Alright, looks like I'm against only 426.
Alright, if I can get this to pop back up now. There we go. Oh, what happened? Oh, that's good. Alright. So ground power is available. We're on ground. Let's confirm. With the AC selector, let's get set for unconditioned air. And that's set. That is set. Galley power is on. IRS selectors to nav. Emergency exit lights are on already. And let's just cycle that trim air. And let's enter our present position. And we are at KBUF. Oh, did I give you the CDU? Let me give you the CDU. Should be able to follow along. That should be it, no? Oh, I might be in the wrong section. I got to get back to X-Plane. I have 2 setups in here depending on whether or not I'm running X-Plane or MS 2020. That's the one we want. Alright, you should have that now. Let me have that back. Alright, so what the IRS was picking up and what's in the database is fine, so there's no issues with the IRS. So, and the brake pressure is good, so let's set the brakes. Flaps are up. And let's give them the position lights, shall we? And let's get some brake pressure in there. Boy, that just dumped a whole lot out of it. Let's get that pressure back up. Alright, that takes care of the originator flight. Let's move on. Leading edge devices test. Service interphone is off. Reverses are extinguished. ESIS switches are unguarded. Crew oxygen is 14,000. Passenger oxygen is normal. Guarded. Flight recorder test. Lock speed test 1 and 2. Stall warning 1. I might be too early for that. We'll come back. 3 green on landing gear. PSEU is out. Let's check our oxygen flow here. That's good. And lights test.
Long number 2 miles final, wind 35011 knots, clear to land, runway 06 left.
Clear to land 06 left, Canada 186.
Quarter 410, exit Charlie 3, joint Delta 5, stay with me. Charlie 3, Delta 5, stay 2040, full trim.
Alright, that's all looking pretty good. Alright, flight controls A and B are unguarded. Alternate flaps are off guarded. Spoils A and B are unguarded. Your damper is on. VHF nav is normal. IRS is normal. FMC is normal. Source select is auto. Control panel is normal. Temperature is fine. Crossfeed check. Alright, that's good. The pumps are off. AC/DC panel is set. Equipment, cooling, and supply is normal. Emergency exit lights are on. No smoke and seatbelt signs on. Let's get the window heat and run the overheat test. TAT test. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. And brake pressure is good. We can get rid of the pumps. Hydraulic pumps, electric 2 and 1 are off. 3 entranceways are open. Test on the flight data recorder. That's good. And pressurization panels all zeroed out. Temperature back there is nice and comfortable. Let's reset the master caution and overheat test. And wing body, AC, master, very good. Today's ride is flight level 370. And let's check the outflow valve.
Clear 632, taxi Alpha Tango, contact 12227.
Alright, and we're going to use the left igniter this ride, and our lights are good. Alright, let's get ATIS clearance and program the flight management computer. I don't know if ATIS is going to work, because I have SayIntentions AI installed, but I'm not using it this ride, because it's been dropping my frame rates in half for some reason since this last update. I have no idea what's going on. So we're not going to use it this ride. Hopefully we can get ATIS. If not, I've got the weather all printed out anyway. But let me give you some charts. Let's give you Navigraph. And let me look at the same thing here.
Target Air Canada 154,
And Buffalo.
154 tower, wind 3609, distance 16, clear to land.
And I said we're using what?
Clear to land 06 left, Air Canada 154.
I want to take a look at something. I'll be putting this in anyway, in case we have to come back. Hopefully you can see all that. This is a new setup. It looks a little weird for me. Hopefully it looks alright for you on that screen. Since the update, I still have to fool around with the resolution on this thing. So, alright, 135.35. Nope, they're not going to give us ATIS. Alright, let's go back to the charts here. Yeah, I don't know why SayIntentions blocks it. But ever since I installed SayIntentions, if I don't use it and I try to get regular ATIS from X-Plane, I just don't get it. Alright, let's come all the way down here. You'll see on our briefing here. We're going to go with this anyway. See Buffalo, 240 to 18, gusting to 27, 10 statute miles of visibility, scattered 24, broken 35. This is all looking pretty good. We're looking at 30, 38. Oh, I forgot. Is that set? I might have it set up wrong. I might have it set up incorrectly. I gotta take a look at that. I might have it set up backwards so it's following the first officer instead of the captain. Alright, so that looks pretty good. So let's say we have ATIS. I don't know what the information's going to be. Well, we're not going to be calling SayIntentions anyway, so let's put those guys back online. Alright, ATIS, let's say we had clearance. Let's program the flight management computer now. So let's put our route in. We're going from Buffalo to Boston. KBOS. Today's ride is JBU 0716. Alright, and I said we have 23 on the way out. We could put it in the departure page as well, but right, and we are, let's take a look here. I think we're direct JOSSY. Okay, so, and on the way in, we've got JFun 2. Alright. Ponce. And they're using 27 in the real world. We're going to do the RNAV. And at 27.
Runway 06 left, log 0536.
Flare 673,
not too far.
Airport, access 7 departure, music transition, flight plan route, depart 6 left.
Let's take a look at that.
Flare 673, read back.
Let's have a look at this ride.
Flare 673.
Make that a little bit bigger, maybe.
Toronto clearance, Flare 633, we're gate alpha.
Get a little closer here.
Request clearance.
Alright, so we're clear JOSSY.
Transition, flight plan route. Runway 06 left, squawk 2267.
Aspect 7 transition, U6 transition, 06 left, squawk 2267, flare 633.
Flare 633, just confirm Aspect 7 departure.
Aspect 7 departure, flare 633.
Flare 633, thanks.
Fabian.
We got Mike.
And then we're hitting you. Stoley, Minster, Sheets, Double, Base, and then JFun, Autumn, Winter, Harris, Spy, Riva, Seahag, and then we're on our way in on the RNAV into 27 into Boston. So that looks pretty good. And then we have the hold. So I'm happy with that. Hey, Bravo 737. How's it going, man? Yeah, I figured I wanted to do a short ride in X-Plane. Getting a little late in the day. And plus, I was sitting there watching Pat 738, his flight earlier today. So I saw you were on there as I was getting checked out. Get ready to get this ride set up. So I'm getting off a little bit late. I hung around Pat a little bit too long. All right, that all looks pretty good. Let's do weight, fuel, and balance. Let's get all that in.
Departure at 1,500. And contact ground when ready.
All right, and let me give you the Zibo-Mod. Oh, actually, before I do that, let me give you the load data sheet and get some numbers. Alright. Our payload is 33.6. Our zero fuel weight is 128.6. And our fuel is 14.2. Alright, now let's go ahead and do that. I'm going to lose YouTube for a bit here while I go to my flight bag.
Departure freak 126.12 and squawking 7034. And again, sir, just want to make sure you understand we're going to do it. NADP 1 tonight, today.
Using the latest and greatest from Zibo-Mod, 40412.
032. And affirmative.
And our block fuel is 14.2.
Okay, all remain same except for the squawk 7032, and thank you.
And what's our payload? 33.6.
FedEx 239 will go.
Should give us a zero fuel weight of 128.6. CG is 27.6. 128.6. We're off by 43 pounds. Let's see if we can fix that.
Aeromexico 9645, there's delivery quick to the Mexico City Airport via the Fraser 7 departure.
Oh, let's do.
Depart runway 08 right, flight plan route. Departure frequency 132.3.
Gotta put the whole number in there, Johnny.
Thank you. Good to Mexico City via the Fraser 7 departure, runway 8 right, flight plan route, departure frequency
128.6. So now the zero fuel weight matches to the pound. So, and I just took a little bit of weight at the forward and aft galley. That was basically it. All right, so now that we have that, let me give you the load data sheet again. And I'm going to grab the same thing.
Port of clearance, Liberty Harbor, Express 5207, November, westbound slide for Seychelles, please. Harbor Express 52.
All right, so our zero fuel weight we said was 128.6. Our final reserve for this ride with the alternate is 52.35, so it's 5.3. And the cost index this ride, the CI is 18. We got a flight level of 370. And yep, we'll get to that. And let's go to top of climb. Top of climb, winds at 276 at 109. And what's our OAT is going to be 9.
611 on the south side with Oscar, IFR to Vernon.
And we're not going to derate the engines. I said the CG was going to be 27.6. This is a flaps 5 takeoff. And the slope on 23 is down 0.5 with a heading of 235. Alright, the runway winds are going to be, I believe they're a little gusty today. 240 at 18 and they're gusting, yeah.
Good morning, China 7.
Trim's going to be 450. That's close enough. If I can't get in. There we go. Engine out's a $146. Alright, that looks good. Alright, let's take a look at our descent now. We're at 370, so we'll put in 20,000, 15,000, and 10,000 on the way down. And since we're down here already, Boston is 3026. And top of descent, what do we have at top of descent?
1217, China 7216, bye-bye.
Top of descent, we're looking at 9. Right? And that's 3026. So weather's pretty good. Alright, let's take a look at our winds on the way down. At 20,000, 278 at 73. At 15, we're looking at 280 at 54. And at 10,000, 286 at 37. Keyboard's acting up here. Alright. 286 at 37. Alright, that takes care of that. Now let's go back to the legs. Let's come back to the map. Let's go into the route data. Let's request the cruise winds. We can put the cruise winds in for all the waypoints if we want, but I'm going to let the Zibo-Mod do that for us. And we'll load those in. Yeah, the traffic was insane over there. How long did Pat end up holding? I tuned out while he was still in the hold. All right, so the cruise winds are in, you can see here, so that's all set. All right, so let's have one more peek here, make sure we have no discons, we didn't screw anything up. And CHAG, what we can do at CHAG, let me give you the charts again here. Let me look at the same thing. Let's go to Boston. Right, on the way in. Oh, what'd I say? We had JFund 2. Alright, and we're coming in to CHAG. Oh. CHAG, right? And if we take a look, where are you?
Runway 08 right, flight plan. Departure frequency 12612.
Okay.
7074.
Now what I'm gonna do, I only do this for me, so I have like a visual reminder. I'm gonna come into the fix page, and we'll put in CHAG, SEHAG. Right, and we have an outbound heading there of 093. So until ATC actually cleared us, we'll just follow that outbound. But since I'm not using SayIntentions, we're just going to swing around. But that's just a visual cue for me, is why I put that in there. I don't do it all the time, but all right. So that looks pretty good. There's no discons anywhere other than where we're going to make the break in. So that's looking pretty good. Let's get the pedestal set up now. Let's go back to Buffalo.
Runway 08 right.
And they're using 23, right? So in case I have to come back, if we whack some birds or we got some engine trouble, whatever the case may be, this is already set up for me. So we're looking at 727, so we'll put it in 725, or 700 that is. Alright, we're looking at 235 on the course.
When ready for pushback, contact ground 12715. So ready, contact 12715.
235. And 111.3.
Clearance to Turkana 17401.
Alright, and we'll squawk since we're not using that. Alright, ground is, well, we're not using that. Let's see if tower is in here. 120.5. Check some frequencies here before we get out of here. Let's see if that's on. And let's see if ground is on.
1715, cross runway 25.
Alright, that frequency is good. Let's check ground to see if that frequency's on or if they're using 5. You can see the wind pushing us a little bit here. We're rocking a little bit. Alright, so that's good. Alright, so we got ground, we've got tower. Right, that's all looking pretty good. That's set, that's set. Let me put you in here. Alright. Alright, I'll take terrain, position, data, airport. Oh, station. I'm on the master, you're on the slave. You can have weather, station, airport, data, and position. And we are looking at 100 on the heading. Alright, 146 on the engine out, and we're going to go straight up.
That's 340 Quebec there, contact center 124.55 a day. 2455 for...
And that all looks pretty good. Okay, nose wheel steering is normal. Got it. Let's check. Oh, you know what? I want you here, and I want you there. Right, that's looking pretty good. Our lower displays are looking pretty good. Auto flight 1 and 2. Alright, let's get a little more brake pressure in there. Alright, primary flight display, artificial horizon is level, ground speed is 0, 45 on the speed tape, V1 is 132, 146 on the engine out, We've got a heading of 100. Decision height of a deuce. We have a local pressure of 3038. And we are cleared up to 7,000. I've got terrain on the nav display. That's all looking pretty good. That's going to go to 3038. Alright, that's all looking pretty good. Alright, M1 is auto speed reference, is auto fuel. Flow reset, and auto brake is set for rejected takeoff. That's all looking pretty good. Trim is 450. We'll let that run amok. Alright, and you know what? You don't need... You're not going to need that anymore. Alright. Okay, and let's check the bottles. Clear that. Let's check our cargo. And let's do that test. That test should be done. And let's check the stall warning. And that is good. Alright, let's get buttoned up. Let's get ready to get on out of here. We've got no fuel in the center tank.
Descend, crossing, descend, crossing, descend now. Descend now. Increase climb. Increase climb. Increase descent. Increase descent. Maintain vertical speed. Maintain vertical speed. Crossing. Maintain. Monitor vertical speed. TCAS test. Pass.
Alright, let's do the long test. I haven't been in here in a while.
Flight slow. Pull up. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear. And up.
Alright, I'm going to lose YouTube here for just a bit. I'm going to get us disconnected from the gate, and I'm going to call for pushback. Just waiting on the APU here. Ground services. Doors. Let's get those buttoned up. Let's get pushback on the way.
The cockpit. O is driving up.
Alright, and APU is available. Confirm. We'll give that a minute and we'll switch over to APU, and then we can get disconnected altogether. Ground should be gone.
20, 10. Wind shear. Wind shear. Wind shear.
All right, we've got it
Too low. Terrain.
And how's the brake pressure? Brake pressure's looking pretty good. They're on. Let's remove the chocks.
Pull up.
And we can get rid of you now. And let me take this back. Now I can have you two back.
Some doors are still open, or the GPU or the ASU are still connected. I'm waiting for all of them closed and disconnected, then I will proceed.
Hey, they should be disconnected. Let me check. Why aren't we disconnected? I thought we disconnected. That's all disconnected. Let's get on APU. That looks good. And I don't want you. I don't know why that came back on. Disconnect, disconnect.
All doors and hatches are closed.
I don't know why that popped back on again. Alright, we're good. We're disconnected from the gate now. The chocks are done. And okay, now I think I'm back.
Ecuador 1464 in Center Roger.
Wow. After a while, you just got to declare a fuel emergency. That's all. Make them bring you in. All right, we're getting picked up. All right, so if I was using SayIntentions, we would get asked for push and start, but we're just going to back on out.
So connected and bypass.
Let's get that clock going.
Release parking brake.
And parking brake is off. And that can actually come off now.
Push back, and you may start engine.
All right, packs are off. Pressure's good. Anti-collision lights on, and we're starting number 2.
Exojet 782, I'm maintaining flight level 320.
I found the other day that Windows had turned some NVIDIA settings around on me from NVIDIA Inspector. Hopefully we have a nice smooth ride today.
There 783 Quebec Sierra, clear direct Titan Kilo, uniform Tango, November Echo, enjoying the right.
Turning us the wrong way, Johnny.
Okay, clear direct.
That's on me. I did that. Oops.
Tango.
I'm a schmuck.
Go for the ride to.
Oh, where'd my screens go? I just lost my screens. Let's bring you up. Let's confirm that. You. Pressure's good. Let's start this one. And I'm going to go see what happened.
Left and right deviations are approved, and I'll have an amendment to reach shortly. For now, enable fighting 350. There 903 Delta, descend and maintain 8,000.
7,000, please.
Extra Alpha Uniform Charlie India, clear direct hold please.
Next Charlie, Uniform Charlie India.
Food 644, descend and maintain flight level 330.
Can we have 350 instead?
Food 644, that's unavailable right now. I have 37 or 33.
We'll take 37 now.
Now I had that problem fixed in Windows 10. Now it looks like it's back in Windows 11.
Operation complete. Set parking brake.
Alright, we're going to have to make a U-turn here.
Connecting tow. Stand by.
Ecuador 1454.
Alright, that's all looking good. APU is off. Let's see, we got a clean board.
00.
Yeah, for some reason, I don't know why, it just turns itself off. I had it fixed in Windows 10. I may have to reinstall Java again into 11, doing a repair. See if that gets rid of it.
Alvec, 644. Thank you, ma'am. November 302, Charlie Juliet, level 8240.
Alright, everyone stand by. I'll post people checking on multiple frequencies.
I don't even know if we're disconnected here.
Right 34, 84.
Oh, there we go.
Bypass bin has been removed. Hand signal will be on the left. We'll see you
X-Plane in the daytime because there was a couple of updates from Zibo. I wanted to make sure that my windshield wipers were still working with his latest update. And then yesterday I had a whole ton of flickers from MS 2020, and then as it turned out, it changed my Windows changed my NVIDIA Inspector settings. So I had to go in there and adjust that as well. So that'll probably be next. I'll probably be doing a ride in MS 2020 next. But I figured why not do a day ride in X-Plane? I haven't done one in so long in here. So why not? All right, your TA, your auto, you are coming over. All right, that's looking pretty good. I'll take that back. All right, naturally now we would call for taxi, but we're just going to head on over.
Brickyard 3484, turn 10, 10 degrees right, vector traffic. Maintaining up flight level 310. Brickyard 43.
I'll tell you, it would really be nice if I could get Zibo-Mod to work with the MS 2020 with that bridge, boy, because this is one beautiful aircraft. Tiny little flicker there, I saw. We got some snow on the ground.
Steiner 40, go ahead.
Sir, we're ready for the 180 vector to high flight plan route.
Not that many aircraft out here.
Are you looking to return back to Kilo,
I think Buffalo would be a little bit more busy. Oh, there's a few aircraft there.
Turn right, fly heading 350.
Right turn 350, Center 40.
I know JetBlue don't run 737s, but I wanted to do a ride out of Buffalo. And I haven't been to Boston in God knows how long, so I figured why not. And we're cleared to cross. Normally I put the wing on too, but I get that message that they're ready for takeoff when that goes on, so that sounds a little ridiculous. So I don't turn it on until we're ready to go. Pretty smooth right now. I'm liking it. Hopefully those charts are following along. Yeah, I agree, Bravo. I think that the Zibo-Mod 737 is one of the best 737 NGs out there. And it's amazing to me that it's freeware. Alright, easy there, buddy. Where do you think you're flying? Southwest? 20 on the straightaways, pal. Past couple of days, I actually had Niles on my computer for a few hours. We were working on the throttle quad, the rudder pedals and all that for 2020. I tell you, man, that program is one finicky little lady, man. Jeez. Had everything all set up beautiful with Niles. Next day I turned on the computer, a whole bunch of stuff didn't want to work. I had to rework the parking brake. I had to rework my yoke and rudder pedals. I just couldn't get them right. They were just way too sensitive. So I ended up, wow, that's pretty cool. If you look at this, the wind socket's got snow and ice on the top of it. Pretty cool. All right, we're just getting right on out of here.
United 727, Control 330.
All right, that notification is complete. Exterior lights as needed, they're good. Engine start selectors to continuous. Auto throttles on, transponders TARA auto, and parking brake release 40%, and we're out of here.
Approaching 2-3.
Sector 26, 44, center Roger.
All right, 40%. Well, you know what? Let me have you. Let me the progress page there.
On runway 23.
Yard 4384, clear direct.
Stable, toga. Thrust set. Airspeed's active. Check. Throttle hold. And we are stable through 80.
V1. Rotate. Positive, right?
Gear up. Switch that out.
1,000.
The Zibo-Mod just handles so beautifully. I think it's a little too dark in the front there. Have to take a look at that. But that's the networking nonsense that's going on with laminar research. Gotta see what that side looks like. Depends on which way the sun's coming. I get two monitors that always look great, and that looks nasty actually. Those rippled lines. That looks disgusting actually. That looks terrible. Easy there, Louis, pay attention. I don't know if the camera's picking that up, but there's like, looks like a knife edge. Serrated edge all the way across. Flaps one.
10 miles northbound altitude, speed 5,600, type unknown.
Yeah, that don't look good at all. Flaps up. Now let's get on track, shall we? Yeah, look at that line. I wonder if it changed my settings in here now. It changed my NVIDIA settings, the NVIDIA inspector settings. But that just looks, that better not be the new norm. If it is, then I'll definitely be flying at night all the time. Pay attention here. Get this thing all trimmed out, and you can chill. Let's see if that gets better when we level out here. Alright, we're all trimmed out nice now. Alright, Zibo, you can have it. I want to see what my settings are here. Let me grab this left monitor. Why are you all the way down? No, I don't care about that though. That's at 4, that's at 8. That's all cranked up. And I really don't care about that either. Nope, that's right. That looked good. What about this one here? This is the center, right? Where are you? Let's take a look here. That's all maxed out. No, I can't move it down more. That's at 4, that's at 8. Those settings are correct. And I would imagine the ones on that side are going to be right as well. Alright, we're above 10. And looking pretty good. What do we have here? Autopilot's engaged. That notification is complete. Cabin pressurization and temperature. We're going to monitor that. Engine bleeds are on. Pack switches are set to auto. APU is off. Exterior lights. We are good. Engine start selectors as needed. They're off. Auto brake selector is off, and the landing gear is up and off. Up next is standard pressure. So what are we looking at here? 122 miles to top of climb. 350 miles to go. It's actually pretty smooth. We're going to let them run around. Oh, let's see. What did I miss? Okay, I got that, which they would, yeah, that would have been nice if they did. Oh, you have, yeah, see, I finally got, I put most of all the controls, all the button stuff, basically here. This is all done in FSUI PC7 for the most part. It was impossible for me to get my fuel cutoff levers to work in 2020 by itself. They would not work. Same thing with my reverses. The reverses absolutely would not work. They would jiggle back and forth like they were having a seizure. So I actually have to use FSUI PC7 with the combination of MS 2020 when I run Microsoft, or else I wouldn't be able to fly. It's weird. Took a long time to figure that one out too. It was crazy. Even when Niles came on and he started trying different stuff, he ended up going back to a lot of the same stuff that I was using because he couldn't get it going either. Really weird. Let's open that up some, shall we? Are you going to open up or what? Look at this thing. Open up, Johnny. What are you doing? No, I don't want to zoom in. I want to zoom out. Oh, look at this. It zooms out and then it zooms back in again. Good. Keep doing that. See, look, now it wants to go. Now it's backwards. Now it's weird. I have to go this way and then that way. Freaking nuts. Craziest thing I've ever seen. Alright, that's good enough. Follow along, baby. Hey, Roken Zone, how's it going? Yeah, the lines are gone. It seems like when we were on an angle. Although there's still some, you can still see it. It's weird. And I mean, the AA and the AF is one notch from full right. I shouldn't see those jagged lines like that. That's just terrible. But you got to take the good with the bad, right? What are you going to do? Alright, that should be in range. And at JOSSY, let's see, what are we looking at? We're at 12-1 right now. And we should have 11 when we hit JOSSY, 8-4 when we get in. 102 miles top of climb, 3:30 to go. And we can go to standard pressure. Oh, I have it set up for the first officer. Matter of fact, let me go fix that right now. Oh, that's because I'm in X-plane. That's why there's no micro stutter. I'm afraid to go back to 2020. But we're going to do that after this ride. I wanted to make sure X-plane was good, up and running, no issues. Because I was having an issue. I wasn't getting any ATC. So now the big issue is I don't know why SayIntentions halves my frame rate. I just open up SayIntentions, my frame rate gets cut in half. I wrote them. Nobody else seems to be having that issue, so I got a feeling that's not going to be looked at. So I hope that's not the end of SayIntentions, because that's a pretty cool program. But if it's going to cut my frame rates in half, it's out. I'll have to look at Beyond ATC, I think is the other one. But we'll see what happens with the next update. A lot of snow down there. Oh, look at that. Those of you that are my regulars, what do you see on there on that nav display, huh? Look at that. We got a tailwind for a change, huh? 90 knot tailwind pushing us along. Pretty cool. What do you got? Oh, that one? Yeah, yeah. I'm almost at cruise. I'll do my meds when I get a cruise. My nurse is here with my medication. Nurse Dawn. I think I got to go see if there's another outside third-party provider that provides clouds. I just can't take these anymore in here. Clouds look like they're from FS95. I think I'm going to have to shell out a few bucks and see if I can find a good third-party program that makes some good clouds for 2020. I mean for X-plane. 2020 clouds look fine to me, but these are just nasty. Microsoft has ruined me. Oh, hey, Mick. No, I never had that problem before, Mick. I'm actually, when I run MS 2020, I run 7 monitors off of 1 computer. And my frame rates stay just where they're locked, for the most part. Oh, there's a little flicker there. It wasn't till this last update that popped up. All of a sudden, as soon as I open up SayIntentions, boom, my frame rates get cut in half. Even if I have it on the same monitor, not even moving it into a different display. If it's on the main display, they still get cut in half. So something's not right. Or something my computer just doesn't like it. That's for sure. Alright, JOSSY. 11.2. We're 11.4 on the fuel, so, and we're another, what are we, 9 miles out? So the fuel's looking pretty good. We've got 300 miles to go. Climbing up beautifully. Temperature back there is fine. N1, N2, EGT, all that oil pressure temperature quantities all looking fine. Now we got 108 knot pushing us. Yeah, baby. What are we doing at cruise? Now we're going to bump that boy up. We're going to get in early if we can. Might get in early anyway. I'm not sure what's quicker, the A320 or the 737NG. So JetBlue did this ride, you know, in their A320s. So they did this an hour and 15 minutes. See how close we can come to that. And I'll take the weather now. You can have terrain. That's 21 minutes since we left the gate. 13 minutes since we entered the runway. And we've got 80 miles now, top of climb. 293 to go. So we're due in about 40 minutes. So right now, we're looking like we're 14, 13 minutes early. I've never had that problem before, Rodney, until just now, all of a sudden. It would just cut them in half. And what I was doing is, when it cut it in half, I would go into NVIDIA, and then I would just double them in there, and then I would get half my frame rates, which is what I wanted on here, back again. But that just doesn't seem to work in X-Plane 11. It doubles them down, but then it just kind of fluctuates all over the place, and I end up with flickers. So hopefully that's going to get straightened out soon. All right, we're going to be coming into the Boston and New York area here. Right on the edge. Three-way. And that's going to be 104 into Ordill. In X-Plane 12. So after this, I want to see if I get a ride in MS 2020. Because I put my settings back to 1. Windows or whatever update went in. I didn't update the NVIDIA drivers, you know, or NVIDIA Inspector or anything like that. It's the same ones that I put in there, same drivers. And I didn't even put in that hotfix. And I manually went into NVIDIA Inspector and I changed all the settings for DLSS4. And yesterday when I brought up MS 2020, I did the ride anyway, but it was a stuttering mess the whole ride. I didn't even keep it online. I wouldn't waste people's time trying to watch that. That was just a flickering disaster. But sometime during the ride, I went in and took a look at the NVIDIA Inspector, and it changed my settings for DLSS. I had them set up as 1. It bumped them up to 3. So I put them back to 1, and so far, this ride's been pretty smooth. So next we're going to go take a look at MS 2020 and see if that's what screwed me up there yesterday. But I'm still not sure what made those changes though, because I put those changes in and applied them, so they were locked in. So that was a little weird. No, I'm in X-Plane 12 right now, Rodney. Yeah, I'm not in 2020. I usually run 2020 in the daytime. But I was a little bit behind on a couple of updates, and my middle monitor was giving me some weird colors compared to the other two, so I wanted to get that matched up. So I copied all the scenery from X-Plane. I was 70, 80 gigabyte of data, whatever it was, from the left computer back into the center monitor to get my colors back into sync again. I have no idea what I did to that. The monitors are set up the same. When I'm flying in X-Plane, I use reshade. Reshade, the settings are the same. And I was getting some very different colors. It looked like gray on these two, brown on the inside. Very weird. But I know part of that problem is laminar research because it has to do with networking. So that networking is a little screwed up depending on what time of day it is and where the sun is, depending on which direction these monitors are set up. I'll get two monitors that look great, one monitor won't. You know, whether it's that side, this side, depending on morning, afternoon, or nighttime, and the direction that I'm facing. So, it's a little messed up, but maybe one day we'll get networking from laminar research. It's been broke since the day it was released. I don't know, what was that, X-Plane 10? My understanding is that at the next cut, it may be ready for alpha testing, but who knows. I remember that we were being told that it was going to be released third quarter, and that was at the last expo. And here we are in 2025, and not even a hint of networking yet. All right, Fabian. We should have 10.5 on the fuel. We're 10.5, right on the money. 8.6 when we get in. 2:45 to go to Boston with another 42 miles to top of climb. And we're going to 105, and you're a little further out. So we got about 90 miles at top of descent, even though we're still on our way up for another 40 miles. We're not going to be up here very long. Relatively short ride. Hour and 15 minutes in the real world. So we may even be a little early, but we're pushing it. We're going to be cruising at Mach 0.8, and we got 118 knot pushing us along. So we're going to make it some pretty good time. Hopefully those 2D screens are working for you and the audio is not all out of whack. I had to fool around with the audio. Things were a little messed up. You could barely hear ATC with X-Plane. So as it turned out, it changed some settings. Which I don't know why. Bill Gates and Microsoft thinks they know better than I do. They certainly don't. Not when it comes to my wants and needs, that's for sure. See, yeah, look at these clouds. I just... Anybody using a third-party program in X-Plane for clouds that look nice, that I could look into? I just can't take these clouds anymore in here. I'd rather fly in clear skies. They look so bad. I'm serious. I should take a snapshot with my camera and then put it online. You can see little boxes at the edges of the clouds. All right, that should be in range now. 06. And I didn't notice any weather out there on the way in. And the pressure out at Boston, 3026, is fine. So I think we're going to have a pretty decent view. And they're using 27 in the real world on the way in. So we'll be using the same thing. But there's no weather out there to speak of. Right now, I've got, if I take a look inside, let me look at the left one. They're all set the same, but the left one won't interfere with the ride. It'll still keep going. If I come in here and take a look at my graphic settings, I mean, they're all pretty, see, they pushed it down again. Push that back up. Let me try that. Oh, God, that's even worse. That's even worse. Set that. Let's see if that does anything. Let's try that. close, they look a little bit better, but the boxes are still there on the outer edges. And as you fly along, they look like they're following you. And I can't bump up the graphics any higher. They're at maximum. Everything on the right is full blast. Everything on the left is full blast except anisotropic filtering, which is at 8x, and MSAA, which is at 4x MSAA. And that actually looks even worse. I should just get rid of the clouds altogether. But keep the real weather for now. I definitely got to find a program for X-Plane that's got decent looking clouds. All right, we're coming to top of climb now. In another mile and a half. Oh no, that was a pretty good run up. That's 31 minutes since we left the gate. And that's 24 minutes since we entered the runway in Buffalo. We've got 53 miles at top of descent, 195 miles to go to Boston. And we should have 8.3 on the fuel when we get in. Pressure's holding beautifully, and the temperature back there is mighty fine. Oh no, pretty good ride. Only thing that ruins the view are these clouds. Yeah, give me some overcast. The overcast looks even better. Put the overcast out there. It blocks out the that nasty looking cloud that just flickers out in the distance. They get close, they look a little better, but and you can see like the ladder at the edge. I can actually follow and draw a line at the edging. But I usually ride this at night, so if I can get MS 2020 smooth again on the next ride, I probably won't be flying in daytime and X-Plane anyway. And at night, you don't see the clouds, so it'll just block out the lighting from the ground below. So we'll see. That should be in range now, and that's 111 knot. Tailwind, look at that. We've got a ground speed of 576. Oh yeah! Boogie, 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 baby. 35 miles top of descent, 178 to go. Man, we're flying, really flying. Oh, did I say XP11, Rodney? No, that wouldn't surprise me. I get tongue-tied mixed up all the time, you know? Enhanced Skyscape. Oh, maybe I'll have to take a look at that. Bill needs a. You know how many times I sit there and tell my wife, man, if I ever meet Bill Gates on the other side, man, he better look out for me. I'm gonna punch him right in his teeth. Some of the nonsense that they put in Microsoft Windows, man, it's just, are you kidding me? Not everybody that uses Windows is an idiot. You don't have to make it freaking completely idiot-proof, because it makes it difficult to actually do stuff. And it puts a lot of bloatware in Windows that we don't need. Then you got to spend a week trying to figure out what you can get rid of. It's a shame that gentleman's not around anymore. He was around, I think, Windows 11. Not Windows 11, Windows 10. He actually made registry edit files. whether or not you were using full windows. If you wanted to go back to a default, he had a registry. You pushed that registry, it went and made all the changes. If you were running gaming, you pushed the gaming one, it got rid of all the other nonsense. And you just reboot the computer. And all that stuff was just turned off with just one registry file. It was pretty cool. And it got rid of all the garbage. Now, I'll have to go through all that stuff once I get Windows 11 all ironed out. But I think there's like 58, 59, 60 things running in the background, which I don't need a lot of that stuff. All right, punked. 9-4. We're 9-5 on the fuel. We're looking pretty good. Just about, we're coming up on just about 10 miles top of descent. So let's get them back in their seats. Let's bring up that chart on the back end here. When did we get on that chart? Oh, there are no, oh, Buffalo. You want Boston, Johnny. Boston. Boston. Yes, and the in-flight movie will be Boston in concert. Where do we get picked up here? Ponce, Stoli. Yeah, see, we get picked up at Ponce right now on the arrival into Boston. But we're not, see, it's not to scale there if you look. So we're not going to get any moving map display until we're well in our way into seats. So we're good down to 24, so we'll put 24 in there now. And then seats, we need to be at 280 and 210. And we're inbound Stoli 04. And we can bring that back. And I'll take terrain now. You can have the weather. And we're on our way down. That's 37 minutes from the gate. 29 minutes since we entered the runway. We got 1:42 to go. He should do what he did when he made that incredibly asinine Windows media program. Make a Windows flight sim boot up program. Get rid of all the garbage except what you need for flight simulation and networking and connecting to the internet. That's it. Get rid of all the other garbage. I don't need Post-it. I don't need calendars. I don't need news and interest. I don't need all that garbage. Yeah, I'm sickly too. Who knows? That could be tomorrow. I'll haunt him in his sleep. You want some speed brake? We'll give you some speed brake, baby. What do you want speed brake for? We're going to 280. I don't want no speed brake, man. You're doing speed braking me here, Johnny. Yeah, I know there's a speed restriction at Speedhead. When we get there, I'll worry about it. Right now, I'm not worried. And, okay, you're still going to need a little bit of brake there, Johnny? That's about all the brake I can give you there. 280 sheets, 210. All right, let's continue on down at 210. And Stoli, 9.3 on the fuel, we're 9.386 when we get in, 120 to go. And we're going 104 to 112. not be slowing here. Get that speed back. And I won't need the speed brake. Don't know why I changed my descent there. Alright, let's take a look at the arrival, shall we? And we got that all the way in. That's already programmed. Let's get, we know we're using 27 on the RNAV GPS. Let's dump that. Let me have you. And that's going to be... Alright. And 3,000 at both socks, and then we're holding, right? Both socks at 3 and we're holding. Yep, that looks good. And we're picking you up at Loner. Right, Loner? At 3. Rip it 17. Let's just put that at, not above, at or above. I want to be at 17. That looks good. Okay. And you know what? You can get set, and you can get set. That should be in range. And at Minsta, 9-3 with 9-3. Right on the money. And you're going to need a little drag. All right, go ahead. Right on the money. 97 miles to go. Yeah, I think they didn't want to. Well, I don't know if they wanted to or not. I think they're going to try and get as much money from as wide a base as they possibly can. But yeah, I think you're right. I don't think that us PC guys were high on the list for connectivity. Let's get that speed down. Let's get that speed. That's about all I can give you on the brake there, Louis. Sheets. All right, we're on that approach chart now. 280 above 210. We're at 22.9 descending, so we're looking pretty good. We're at 290, slowing ever so gently. All right, we're coming down beautifully. Temperature is fine, and at Sheets we should have 9.2. We're 9.2 right now.
1,000 to go.
84 miles to go. Oh, let's continue on down. Where are we good from here? 9:17. We're down 14 next. And then after that, we'll go down to 11. And we can slow to 270. All in all, pretty good ride. Let's see if you can handle that now. Nope. All right, we're 19.7 descending. We need to be above 17 here at double 92. 75 miles to go. All in all, it's been a pretty great ride. My only complaint really is the clouds. Oh, we're getting some flickers here now, big time. What's up with that? And yet my frames are rock solid. My frames are rock solid. No, that side is smooth. Frames are rock solid. Frames are rock solid. And look at this side, it's a stuttering mess. I got flickers going on here, just on this one screen. That's weird. And these are set the same. Yeah. Basing off and they jump even higher, so they're definitely locked at what they should be. I should not be getting flickers there. Frame rates are locked. Alright. Oh, let's go to... Oh, gotta fix that. Alright, bleed air panel is set to auto. Pressurization land altitude is in. Passenger signs are on. Auto brake selector is set. Flight instruments and radios are set. Altimeter was set for local pressure. Recall. And we got a clean board. I just got to put in our landing data, VREF minimums and all that stuff in there. And let me have you. Coming in at a $145. And at bays, 9.2. 13. And we're going to 16, that is. And 11. So we need to be above 14 at bays. We're 14.9 descending. So flight management computer is playing along pretty well. Alright, so we're going to slow to 270 knots now. You're going to be asking me for a little speed break here, so I might as well beat you to the punch. And that's 11, and we're good to 8. Yeah, it's just that left monitor that seems to be flickering. I've never seen that before. That's really freaky. These computers, these two on the outside are identical. They're i9 10900s. So that's freaky that this one's not doing anything and that one is, and they're set the same. Frame rates are locked and they're not budging. Even the frame time. Frame time is locked at 0.0400 all around. CPU is 0.0135, 135. I don't know, very strange. Very strange. Alright, I don't need you anymore. And we're going to 120. And we're good down now. 7. Alright, what are we holding? I said we're holding at 3. We're holding at 3. 6 at Shag and Invectus into Lona. Alright. At 7 and then 6. Okay. You know what? We're just going to go to 6 and see how she handles the rest of that ride. Could go all the way to 3. She's been behaving. So flight management computer seems to be doing what she's supposed to be doing. Alright, so we're going to slow to 250 between 8 and 10. We're coming up on 10.6 now, and we're just getting ready to slow up. Let me help that along a little bit. See, now these clouds don't look that bad at all. Only thing now is the clouds look better, but I get the flicker. If it's not one thing, it's another, right? All right, so we're below 250 now. That's pretty good. We're coming up on 10, so let's light them up. And we are set here. Let's have a peek. Exterior lights, check, set. Engine start selectors to continuous, and I'm already set for terrain. So we're looking pretty good there. And let's let it handle all the way down now. And we can zoom in here, get a better view of that. So how are we doing here? That's 51 minutes since we left the gate, 43 minutes since we entered the runway. We've got another 36 miles to go. And JetBlue did this ride an hour and 15, so we should be ahead of schedule. But they're using a 320, we're using a 737NG here, so. And I boogied. I have the cruise set at Mach 0.8, and we had a nice tailwind pushing us along as well. So we're getting in nice and early. 6 o'clock, yeah, I think I'll be in just in time to have dinner. I don't know what we're having. And then I'll get set up for MS 2020 and take that for a ride next. From here, we're going to 111. And Harris, 8-9. We're at 9 right now. 8-4 when we get in. 32 miles to go. So fuel's not going to be a problem unless I can't put it down. So, and with dinner coming, I'll put it down. Even if it's in the grass. I don't know if I have a native or custom setting. I have 3 different settings in here that I use because I use dynamic settings for the daytime. I mean for nighttime in X-plane, and I use the natural setting when I'm in MS 2020 for daytime flights. And then I also have another setting, which is movie, which is what I use for this when I'm in daytime in X-plane. So all 3 are set up as movie. They're all set up the same. Same thing with reshade. I'm using reshade right now. They're all set up the same as well. But the clouds don't look that bad now. It's the type of cloud, I guess, or how far in the distance you can see. Because I can still see some squares out in the distance at the bottom. They appear, disappear, fade in. They look grayish, go to white, then back to like a dark gray, light gray, disappear. All right, 7100 descending. We need to be 7 at Spide. So she's performing beautifully, and we're coming down now to 220 knots with 230 slowing. Beautiful, beautiful ride. The Zibo-Mod performed great today. No doubt about it. Lamina, they're clouds. Look at all those little boxes. I don't know if you saw that. Between that and the flicker on the one monitor, it's really strange. And of course, the clouds don't match. See their networking? Their networking isn't fixed. So the clouds match sometimes, but not all the time. And we've got Boston at 3 o'clock. All right, from here we're going 9-2. And then we got 9-3 at Seahag. See, I can see little boxes. Little boxes going across the screen. Camera might not be picking them up though. It just doesn't look good. So far, I really don't have any complaints about the Zibo-Mod this ride. Great run. Great run. More boxes there. Alright, we're down to 210 on the speed. Are we coming in at? Buck 45.
650, contact center 124.55. 2455, good day,
Alright, so we should be under the last of the clouds here. Hopefully they'll get out of our view and we'll have a nice view on the way back into Boston. Alright, from here we're going 9-3. Let's take the heading now. Now from here we would actually just continue until we got vectored from ATC around, but we're just going to swing out a little bit and then we'll make the U-turn. And we can actually bring up that other chart. Let's bring up the approach into what I say, 27 they're using. 27, and we're going to use the RNAV.
Aeromexico 002, contact center 135.1. 35.1, that'll make you close 002. Orange 821, contact the center 135.1.
And let's go flaps 1. Let's start slowing down. That's an erroneous. And let's bring up Lona here. Nope, we don't want that. We don't need that. Let me have 5. That's an erroneous message. And let's head on in now. Give me 10. You should be heading down, Louis. Give me the gear. We're going to pick up speed. Let's get back in the groove here. Give me 15. Oh, that looks rather nice. You know what? We're going to slow down and enjoy that view. Alright, not yet. Let's go 25. And let's see if you can handle it now. Let's go to 30. Oh no, a pretty nice ride. And we're holding at 3 on the mist. On the way out, we're going 266. Alright, so we have lights, engine start selectors, auto brake, speed brake, landing gear, flaps, and they have been notified. 10 notifications complete, speed brakes on, landing gears down, 3 green, flaps are set for landing. I've got the airport and I've got the runway. Beautiful ride. Reality Trail is glad you stopped by, man. Always appreciate the company, my friend. So that's an hour since we left the gate. 53 minutes since we entered the runway. So we got 15 minutes to get in. So, be a little early. Little flicker going on there. And yet, frame rates are rock solid. Now maybe it's the NVIDIA drivers, these latest drivers. Alright, my bird. I've got control. My birdie. .2 knot crosswind just about. Oh, that's nice. You can see the wake behind the aircraft carrier down there. That looks pretty cool. What's your speed there, Louis? That looks like it's on the move. That looks pretty cool. I don't think I've ever seen them on the move before. That's got to be interesting, trying to land on that when it's trying to make a turn. All right, pay attention, Louis. And we can move on over to you and you. And we have gate Charlie 17 on the way in. So we're over by Pier B, Terminal C there, right in the corner. Aircraft carrier looks pretty cool. No wake turbulence, it doesn't show it in the left monitor though. Must be a network thing from Laminar again. .16 wind now. Getting pushed a little bit. That is a nice view though. 1,000. Whoa. Is that a weather update?
Approaching 27.
Continue. Prepare for landing.
50, 40, 30, 20, 10.
Welcome to Boston.
Knots.
Yeah, we get off at Kilo, go right across.
Envoy 3629, contact center on 126.32.
Approaching 4 right.
3629.
Air Canada 966, contact center 128.22.
Space 22 or Canada 956, good day.
So runway to runway, that's 58 minutes.
Contact center 128.
Hour and 5 minutes since we left the gate, so about 10 minutes early. Kilo, we're going to take Kilo across.
720 cross Bundy and maintain flight level 210.
And we're going to cross that.
Cross and maintain level 210 at Bundy. 265, descend to Via, the Bahia 3 arrival, landing east, perimeter 29904.
Stand by 3, landing east, go 545.
Approaching 4 left.
301, flight level 340, school kids 3425.
301, Roger. You set flight level 350 today?
Semi. Affirmative, we can accept 350, American 301.
Right, you can expect that in about 2 minutes.
Thank you.
Pretty cool view. Now you would think I'm drawing more now. I would get more flickers now than when we were in the air, and yet they're gone. I don't know. Sometimes it seems if you look in a certain direction, in the compass, you get flickers, no matter what it's drawing, even if it's drawing nothing. Alright, we've got this all the way to Pier B, right? So we got this to Nance. And that's about a minute. And we can kill you, get you, and you up. Let's have a peek. Exterior lights as needed. We are good. Oh, we don't need you. AP was up and running. Your damper is off. Window heat switches as needed. They're off. Probe heat switches are off. Wing and engine anti-ice are off. Engine start selectors are off. They're not needed. Auto brake is off. Speed brake is down. Flaps are up. Transponders TA auto and weather radar set to test. Beautiful. We got to come around here. We're right in the corner. I think someone's in our spot. There goes JetBlue on the way out. Maybe we're taking their parking space. We should be right over here.
12 o'clock, 2 miles, same direction, 8320, climbing up level 330.
Some weird flickers going on there. Little, I don't wonder if that's supposed to be their clouds that are passing by giving me that.
764, Sir Roger, 1396, maintain VFR.
Alright, we're going to take this right here. Going to take that gate right there. Yep, and then next should be hydraulics. And we can lose. Why didn't you put that on? Huh? Bad boy. You bad boy. So instead of Charlie 17, we have a gate reassignment to Charlie 20. I don't know what those flickers are. That's something to do with the clouds, I think. Easy there, Louis. Easy there, Louis. Run the guy over. Any collision, let him run around. All right, now let's see. All right, I got that. Oh, hey, Sebastian, how's it going? You snuck in here when I wasn't looking. And wheels up. How's it going? Oh, that's pretty cool. Thanks, man. I'm glad they enjoy the rides. Wheels. New Jersey? No kid. My wife's from New Jersey.
Contact center 135.07.
It's getting late by you, Roken Zone. Yeah, what is it for me here? Oh, it's 6:30. Just about time for dinner. Now I'll come back and I'll run an MS 2020 flight. Hopefully I get that running without any stutters or flickers or anything like that going on here. You know? Gotta feed the animals. Yeah, I hear you. We're gonna have to do the same thing once I get done to eat before I do, believe it or not. Oh, I hear you, Mayoko. Yep, my wife knows exactly where to find me every day. I'm right in the garage. Hi, Fly Simics. How's it going? You just caught us as we were coming into Boston, just finishing up a ride here. Let me go ahead and bring up. I might even be able to do it from here. Let me bring up. Let me bring that down. See if I can do Air Manager from here without screwing that up. Oh, you're 11:30? Oh, yeah. You're off by a few hours from me. Set the chocks, ASU doors. Let's get the doors opened up. Chocks are in position. We can release the park and brake. Ground power is available. Let's get on ground. We're going to confirm with the AC selector. We'll get set for unconditioned air here. And you can come on back. Don't need the APU. You can come off. We don't need galley power. We don't need hydraulics. And you're going to standby. Let's have a peek. Electrical power, APU or ground. We're on ground. Bleed air, we're set for unconditioned air. So the APU bleed is off. Left and right packs to auto. Left and right packs should be auto. That's only if we're staying overnight, Johnny. And the isolation valve is open. Engine bleeds are on, APU bleeds off. That's good. Fuel levers to cut off. Anti-collision light is... Anti-collision light should be off. Oh no, you should be on. That's right, anti-collision light's off. And you don't need logo light. Passenger signs are off. Fuel pump switches are off. Electrical panel check set. Galley power is off. Window heat's off. Hydraulic electric pumps 2 and 1 are off. Exterior lights, we only have the position. Flight directors are off. Chocks in position. Parking brake is off. I'm going to shut down completely because I'm going to bring up MS 2020 next and get a ride in that. This one was pretty cool. Just the clouds. But I'm going to go see if I can find a third-party program. I just can't take them anymore. So let's shut down completely, and then we'll bring up MS 2020 after dinner, and we'll do another ride. Maybe I'll do the return flight into Buffalo. We'll see. All right, so IRS select is to off. Emergency exit lights are off. Exterior lights are off. Bleed, let's get set. Now you can set them like that. Engine start select is going back to both. APU or ground, we're going to disconnect the ground power. DC AC select is to standby. And then battery switch to off. And that's a wrap. All right, everybody. I hope you enjoyed the run. I always have a blast when I'm in here, so, you know, I ramble on every now and then. Sorry about that. And if I missed any of your text, I apologize. I get a little preoccupied in here. It's pretty cool. And like always, I always enjoy the company and the conversation, my friends. So thanks for stopping by. I know there's numerous channels that are out there that you can hook up with. So I appreciate you spending some time with me. I appreciate that, believe it or not. And let's see what else. Okay, I got the 2330. Yep, I got that. Pythagoras, I don't think I saw you. You snuck in here, I think. Oh, you lived in Buffalo for 14 years. No kidding. Wow. Nice. Not me. The closest I ever came to Buffalo was when I went camping in the mountains up there. That's pretty much it. All right, Scotty boy, man. We'll catch you on your next run. You got to put a couple of them on YouTube. I haven't seen too many from you on YouTube, man. And for those of you that are watching, man, Wheels Up, man, you got to check him out. He's got his own channel, as well as Pat738. They're on YouTube as well, and they run full flight decks just like I do. So, pretty cool. Got a nice little niche group here. So, all right, everybody. I will catch you on my next run, more than likely after dinner in MS 2020 next. All right, take care. Not a bad ride. I'm really going to do something about those clouds, though. I'm taking my meds right now.